People flock to Bay Area beaches for this holiday, but at Stinson Beach in Marin County, some seaside property owners have taken it upon themselves to keep the public at arm's length. Now, as John Ramos shows us, the county may be cracking down on their methods.
A short while ago, these rope fences began popping up at some of the properties along Stinson Beach, and now Marin County is trying to decide if it violates the public nature of a public beach. Dino Colombo lives in a house right on Stinson Beach, and on days like this, he has a lot of company. But despite all the signs posted on the building, he must still regularly rake up all the dog poop and garbage left under his home by beachgoers.
Yeah, for a whole entire family's having picnics under there. Yeah, on a hot day, yeah, it's the only shade on the beach right there, yeah.
But he says it gets much worse than that.
People just, they just put all their garbage, they use it as a porta potty, as a restroom, because there's no restrooms on the county beach.
And they actually build fires?
They have bonfires under here, or they'll have barbecues for sure.
Under your house?
Yeah. They use the shingles, they'll tear their shingles off to make a bonfire right here.
His landlord erected a rope fence during the pandemic to keep people back from the property line. And lately, Dino's noticed that some other neighbors are doing the same thing.
A couple of them seem to just kind of appeared maybe recently, and they're pretty far out. They're farther out than where their property line is.
That's the problem. A seaside property line is based on the mean high tide, and some beachgoers are complaining that the new fences seem to be randomly placed. One official complaint to the county states, quote, "The issue is that these 5 people are claiming the public beach as their own property without anything that substantiates the location of their posts/ropes. So the county has served notice to 6 property owners to remove the fences or apply for a permit. That in itself would likely require a survey to determine the legal boundary. Elise Sobral from San Anselmo says she thought the beach was big enough that the fences weren't really impeding access.
I don't see it as a huge deal, but I think they're just trying to say, they're just trying to make sure that everybody still has public access, so they don't want people to start, making it private.
But a group of international tourists said they thought the rope barriers were meant to send a different message.
It says we are different than you, and this is our line. You cannot cross over there, which is, if it's a public beach, I don't know.
My reaction was oh, okay, you are really rich to have a piece of this thing. You already know that's someone's property, I don't know if you really have to limit it that way.
Some of the fences have reportedly been there for decades without complaint, but now, with more of them popping up, the county is getting involved. Dino says he understands the concerns and is pretty good-natured about having to clean up after the public, but he says there is one thing that has begun to bother him.
It's the new bikinis that are getting really difficult to deal with. That's what I can't handle. You can't get any work done.
As hard as it may be to focus on the fences, the county says they must be legalized voluntarily, or the owners could be facing heavy fines.
Well, the county says even those fences that are on private property are still illegal because they were erected without a permit. But the fee for the required coastal development permit is reportedly more than $6,000.